Starch into sugar, page 81. What's left after that is a white liquid that's poured out onto a stainless steel table. It dries to a fine, super white powder, cornstarch. Cornstarch was wet milling's first product back in the 1840s. At first, the starch was mainly used for laundry to make shirts stiff. Then cooks and food companies began adding cornstarch to as many recipes as they could. The starch was cheap and had a nice white color that people thought was pure. By 1866, the mill owners had learned how to break down cornstarch into a kind of sugar called glucose. The glucose corn syrup wasn't as sweet as sugar, but it was cheap. Ever since, corn sweeteners have been the industry's most important product. The big breakthrough came in the 1960s. That's when Japanese chemists discovered an enzyme that could transform glucose into the much sweeter sugar molecule called fructose. High fructose corn syrup was born. It's a blend of 55% fructose, now we're on page 84, and 45% glucose that tastes exactly as sweet as table sugar. Today, it is the most valuable food product refined from corn. High fructose corn syrup, or HFCS, is by far the biggest food output of the country's wet mills. But there are hundreds of other food ingredients created from the remaining cornstarch. Some is made into other sugars like maltodextrin, which can be used to make instant pudding or gravies. Some is fermented to become ethanol. Some of the fermented starch is used to make plastic. At the end, there is almost nothing left. Even the dirty water from the process is used to make animal feed. The wet mill is like a giant steel beast with a maze of pipes and machines inside. At one end, it eats millions of bushels of corn fed to it every day by the trainload. At the other end of the beast are hundreds of spigots, large and small. Out of each spigot flows a different product made from the corn, called fractions by the food industry. Many of these fractions, the sugars and starches, the alcohols and acids, the emulsifiers and stabilizers with the strange names, will be made into food. They are put together to make cereal or snack food or chicken nuggets or TV dinners or just about anything else you can imagine and ingest. In fact, you would be hard-pressed to find processed food today that isn't made from corn or soybeans.